Welcome, fans of MMA Ground and Pound, part of the Grueling Truth Radio Network. As always, I'm your host, James Ernest. With me today is Liam McGeary. Liam, tell us about your big fight coming up.
Hello, James.
Hello.
My big fight is in Belfast. It's February 24th at the SSE Arena against Chris Fields.
So,
all these names going around in my head.
it happens. So, you and Chris have the same number of wins, but obviously you've been a little bit more successful in not having the losses. Do you feel, what is your edge going into the event?
My edge. I'm a more dangerous fighter. I am who I am. I do what I do, and I continue on doing what I do.
So, could you give us a little description of how you started fighting?
Yeah, I was always getting into street fights. I was always getting into trouble, having punch-ups where I shouldn't do. And I just thought, you know what? There was a recession that came into England back in 2008, I think it was, or 2007. And my work dried up, so I knew that I could do I knew I could fight. So I just decided, let me see how far I can get with the fighting. And it brought me to America. So.
What's your opinion on title belts being able to change on a decision? Do you feel it should have the fight to the winner, either a submission or knockout?
Yeah, man, I'm old school. I'd like to see a fight go, get a fight finished, not decision win, especially because it gives the wrestlers the advantage there on that one. Mm-hmm. I believe you should just finish a fight.
Exactly.
No matter how long it goes on for, just finish it.
Yeah, I could see, if it's just a regular match or an amateur match, I totally get that. But for a world title, there's no doubt there should be a finish. So what makes you a well-rounded MMA fighter?
My training partners, my team, people, all the guys that help me along the way, they make me a well-rounded fighter.
So tell us about your current team.
I train for Renzo Gracie. I train with some of the best mixed martial artists in the world. I have a very wide variety of training partners. I train in New York.
Excellent. Now, you mentioned Gracie in there. Are any of the coaches, are any of them descendants of the Gracie lineage?
Yeah, Renzo Gracie himself. There's John Danaher. He's a black belt instructor. You've got Hollis Gracie, Eagle Gracie, Gregor Gracie. They're all at the gyms. They all train there, and their stance in the gym definitely builds up morale.
So, who do you tend to spar with the most? Is it more based on, like, if you're looking to train a specific area, or do you just have people in particular that you spar with?
Yeah, my main trainer is David Branch, and Corey Anderson, I train a lot with him. But I've been using that because this guy's 6'5", so I've been using a lot of taller guys to work with this time.
So tell us your thoughts on Bellator, just in general as a company, and why you chose it, and just all the things you like about it.
Yeah, Bellator, they look after me. Now that it's been taken over by Scott Coker, he's definitely up the ante with the shows. They look after the fighters. They more care about their fighters than other organisations. They put the fighters first. It's on Spike TV. The people at Spike TV are absolutely awesome. So I just enjoy the people around me, and whenever we go to the shows, it's always a friendly atmosphere. It's nice.
Excellent. How often do you get back home to England?
I try and get back as often as I can. After my fights, I'll always go back for a couple of weeks and go see friends and family, and then as soon as I get back to America, straight back to work.
I hear that unfortunately something came up with the last English event, or the first English event, that you weren't able to participate. What was it, and would you want them to have another event in England?
Yeah, I was in I was injured last year. Most of last year I was injured. So unfortunately, when the England card came up, I wasn't able to perform on that show. But they've just announced another card on May 19th. So I'll deal with this one on February 24th first, and then we'll get on to the next card.
Nice. Rate your guard compared to some of the other fighters in your weight class.
My guard.
Yeah, your guard. Your position.
Yeah, my guard. My guard is very dangerous. You know, if you get into my guard, it's not a very nice place to be. You know, it's I training at the place I train at. They help me with my jiu-jitsu, and so yeah, this is one of the best in MMA. In the MMA.
Do you feel that you prefer to be on the top or on the bottom, either in the guard or the top pass? Which would you prefer?
I like fighting off my back, you know, and it's, I prefer being there, but I can fight on top, I can fight underneath, I can fight on the side, I can fight on my feet. It really makes no difference to me. It's just wherever the fight goes to.
Tell us about the big moment when you fought Tito Ortiz. You had mentioned in the past that he was one of the first MMA fighters that you could relate to and that you would watch his fights.
Yeah, I mean, he started off the fight world. You know, his name, everybody knew who he was. He was the one that helped bring MMA into the spot that it is. You know, so fighting against him was an honor. You know, it was to have such a big name and to be coming up to the end of his career. I was happy to send him on his way, as it was.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was nice to see him go out on top and win that last fight. So, you know,
definitely.
Yeah, so you didn't completely ruin his spirits, but you did, a nice decisive win. So what's your opinion on going up against Phil Davis again? What would you do different?
My opinion? Mm-hmm. I wouldn't let him take me down. I'll defend that takedown defense a little bit better than what I was doing last time.
I was going to say, I don't have enough nerve to ask you to sing it, but could you tell us a little bit about what the Granddad song is? I heard you talk about that. Granddad song, you listened to it going to the ring? In one of your interviews, you mentioned that. I didn't know if that was like a song that your grandpa had sung to you, or that you used to listen to it when you were growing up with him, or what that was all about.
Oh, no. My dad had actually phoned me up because the night of I was fighting for the world title. Actually, was he died like 2 days prior to me fighting for the world title. So I think that coming in for the Tito song, my dad called me up and was like, I think it was the day before or the day of the fight. He was like, you need to walk out for this one, but because of copyright infringements and stuff, they wouldn't allow me to play it. It was just a theme song to Once for Soldiers.
Oh, okay.
You know which one I'm talking about?
I believe I've heard it once or twice.
Yeah, it was that one.
Oh, nice.
It brought a tear to my eye.
Yeah.
I didn't know whether I was going to start crying or start fighting when I was walking down the ring.
Yeah, I can imagine that must have been an emotional roller coaster there.
A little bit, but this is the game we're in, you know.
Exactly. Have you ever been to the Arnold Classic, either in the U.S. or abroad?
I don't even know what the Arnold Classic is.
Oh, Schwarzenegger puts on a event. They usually bring in a lot of MMA stars, bodybuilders. Basically, it's an Olympics. They have 70 different sports. It's very impressive. If you ever get the chance, it's definitely worth checking out. They're going to be having it up.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, it's up in Columbus in March. And usually a lot of the top MMA stars, like the Hall of Famers and that kind of thing, are there. So I was like, well, shoot, this would be perfect for this guy.
Yeah, no, well, I'll have to check that one out next time it's on.
Excellent. Who are your current sponsors?
My current sponsors are Future Legends, Gamma Labs, Hendo Gracie Bronx, and Cryo Life. Nice.
So how do they positively impact your ability to be as great as you are?
How do they impact?
Yeah, I mean, their financial support, I'm sure, kind of gives you the opportunity to focus on your craft, I would guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, I spent 14 months out injured, so we only get paid for the fights that we do, and I didn't really get paid that much money, so they really helped me out, paying my rent, paying my bills, help feeding myself while I was injured. So for that, I cannot thank them enough. You know, they really helped me out there.
So, besides the coaches and the sponsors, anybody else that you want to thank and give credit to for your rise to success?
My coaches, my teammates, all my teammates have been absolutely fantastic during my time doing this. You know, I want to give a shout out to Fighting for Autism as well. Team Parker, all the way, all the guys on the spectrum. Much love to all of you lot.
Nice. One more time, tell us who you're fighting, where you're fighting, when you're fighting, that kind of thing.
My name is Liam McGeary, former light heavyweight Bellator champion. I'm taking on Chris Fields in the SSE Arena in Belfast on February 24th. Don't miss it.
Excellent. Thank you so